Riikka, good morning, and I really hope you are well and happy. It arrived yesterday. Hooray! Uh, the curse of Amazon is lifted. They did something correctly. Actually, that is not fair, because I have had nothing but good and wonderful help from them. I know I give them money, but they have been to me, at least, always reliable. I know that they have not always been reliable in other respects, but I remain a fan, a devotee almost. And the good news is that I can read you what you want it to hear, what you kindly asked for. Having said that, I have been struggling with my microphone all morning. I really hope that you can hear this. It is not too quiet or possibly too loud. I don't know. I will listen to this later and see if it is acceptable. I apologize if it is not. Anyway, the waves. Good. And it is actually a novel I do not know at all. I haven't even seen the famous film. So, with your permission, what I will do to start, excuse me, is actually to read some of the introduction, because it will help me, I hope, and I hope it will also be of interest to you. This is an introduction by a woman called Kate Flint, F-L-I-N-T. It's from the Penguin Modern Classics edition. Let's see what she says. It starts with a quotation. It doesn't say who it's from. I guess it's from Virginia Woolf herself. It does say, actually, in the footnotes, but they are inconveniently at the back. Well, it's obviously from... No, it's not. Sorry, I'm an idiot. This is typical for me at the moment. I am not very well organised. I'm sorry to bore you. Right, yes, it is a quote from Virginia herself. Of course it is. The greater impersonality of women's lives will encourage the poetic spirit. And it is in poetry that women's fiction is still weakest. That's from an essay she wrote called Women and Fiction. There's a second, not really a sentence, it's more a sort of thought in the introduction, also by Virginia and from her diary. It just says, autobiography, it might be called. And here is Flint's introduction. The Waves of 1931 presents a challenge to the reader. It is an exploration of the workings of the minds of the 6 named characters within the text: Bernard, Rhoda, Ginny, Louis, Neville, and Susan. The lifespan of the 6, from their shared childhood and school days through to Bernard's death, is conveyed Oh, right, Bernard dies. That's kind of spoiled it, hasn't it? It wouldn't be a Virginia Woolf novel without somebody dying. It wouldn't be anything without somebody dying. Is conveyed through a series of dramatic soliloquies, as Virginia Woolf termed them, interspersed with passages of depersonalized prose, which describe constantly shifting patterns of light and water, passing from dawn to dusk, spring to water, across the globe. And, as you may have heard there, Riikka, I'm sorry, the dog is barking. One of the dogs. I've got to go and sort it out. I shall be back as soon as possible. Please do some, I don't know, whatever you like. Back soon. Right, sorry. I must learn. Oh, sorry, I'm useless. I must learn how to pause this thing for events like that. Now, where was I? Yes, patterns of light, weather, Bernard's death, apparently. And continuing. Throughout all of this, no authorial comment or interpretation is offered. But, in many ways, one may read the novel as Woolf's investigation of her own patterns of thought, particularly when faced with the problem of understanding the nature of identity. Oh, good. We learn certain pieces of information about the characters during the course of this novel. Louis and Bernard both become successful businessmen. Bernard has a wife and family, while Louis takes Rhoda as his lover. She subsequently commits suicide. Susan marries a farmer and has children. Ginny leads an active London social life, moving from one young man to another. The homosexual aesthete, Neville, is intensely private, with one close friend at a time. But it is not these external facts, the customary material of much fiction, which count in The Waves. In 3 earlier novels, Jacob's Room, Mrs. Dalloway, and To the Lighthouse, Woolf had moved away from conventional patterns of plot, repudiating the importance which she claimed novelists such as Arnold Bennett and H.G. Wells had placed on materials rather than on spiritual existence, claiming that the novel's true task is the complex one of representing character. Here she goes even further than previously in the direction of demonstrating that identity, rather than depending on the concrete circumstances of a person's life. The novel is primarily constructed from within, through an individual's deployment of language. Oh, good, that does sound rather wonderful. What an excellent choice. Thank you, Riikka. That's nearly 10 minutes. Blimey. Right, I'm going to shut up. I'm sure you have more important things to do. And I will read some of the text of the novel, I don't know, tomorrow, maybe the day after. I hope as soon as possible. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.